Hi there, I am live. I'm here to talk tonight about the Canaanite Pantheon. No, I am not an expert, but I love to read about it. I am super fascinated. So I hope tonight that I can answer some of my friends' questions because I get a lot of them and I don't have the time to always answer them. And a lot of times it's just, where did you get the information? I'm going to have a bunch of links, books for you to download, and obviously a bunch of information that I've got garbled up in my head that I hope to put out clearly. Okay. Now let me make sure. Hey, Jay. As you can see, this is super professional, Jay. Thanks for coming. I had to get that little spiel out of the way to keep people here if this gets viewed later. Let me see if I can figure this out. I hope everybody has patience with me. I am very new to the, oh, you know what, Jay, can you tell me can you see me okay? And do I sound okay? I am very new to the live on YouTube on my own. My producer, Biddy, usually does it all for me. So when I'm on my channel, not really a clue. And I'm gonna shut some windows so that way I don't get confused. What is this? Don't know. Okay, that's a book. I'm going to minimize the book. Oh, another book. I had a bunch of books. All right. Oh, I did it. Jay, if you are still here, or if anybody is in the audience, hey, Lady Kazi, would you be able to tell me if you, oh, I do sound good? Okay. Wanted to make sure. Can you also see my screen okay? Thank you, Jay. Is the writing big enough? Because on my screen, it's really not that big. Hold on. Let me see if I can make mine. Okay, that's a little bit better. I just want to make sure that everyone can read that. And is it annoying that I have that ticker scrolling at the bottom? Hi, Shaq Composer. Thank you for joining. You can't really read it. Okay. What if, is that any better? Oh, if you might be on a phone. Okay. Well, maybe this is a little bit better. I'm covering a little bit of the screen, but that's okay. I think I can work with it. I made this and my husband kind of tweaked it for me because I'm not good with using Keynote. I'm just learning how to do it. So I kind of had the bare bones for him. And then he helped me to get the family tree set up because I could not find a family tree of the Canaanite Pantheon. So, and I think part of that is because it is so fluid. The gods move around so much because, well, the shit they went through, the different kinds of wars and stuff. It was a beautiful piece of land. So stuff got changed quite a bit. But this is at least a good jumping point for those who, So for those who don't know much about the gods, hopefully this will be a good jumping point. And I'm going to walk you through it tonight as best that I can and tell you what I know about the gods. And hopefully some of the stories in the Bible will start to make more sense or sound more familiar, or you'll even hear similar epithets used for Yahweh, also used for other Canaanite gods. There's just going to be so much more that now I enjoy learning for the history aspect of it. But the whole preachy bullshit, this is how you need to live your life, gag me with his spoon, right? Hey, Jonathan, how you doing, buddy? Jonathan, did you see my message about the link for the fundraiser? So everybody, the reason we're doing this tonight is because it's for a fundraiser, raising money for those who are being, they're in a war now, those in Ukraine. So hi, D&D, gods. Hi, Ryan's gods. Yeah, gods. Hey, Kelly Jones, how are you? And y'all, if mother farts, I apologize. I'm going to be hitting that goddamn camera a lot, and I'm going to be cursing. I'm just not good at this yet. Okay, so Jonathan, which is Ex-Witness Awake, is going to put the link in the chat. If you can donate, great. Please don't feel like you have to. You can you can still enjoy your super fun, happy time with me tonight, learning the Canaanite Pantheon or whatever else it is we discuss for the next however long you can stand to hear me talk. Yeah, are you? Okay, good. Okay. If I go too fast, if I say something offensive, because you never know. If I do anything you need me to just like hold up, rewind, wait a minute, you just let me know. Happy to oblige. This is all kind of just play by ear, see how it goes. All right, I'm going to take a sip and then I'm going to start with what you see here on the screen. Oh, see, I got to get y'all as mods. I have written down how to do it, but I kind of dropped the ball on setting that up. My apologies. All right, here we go. So, oh, you know what? Maybe I should start out with a map first. My bad, y'all. Just a quick, like this map even is not the greatest, but this is the land of Canaan. So this is the people that we're going to be talking about tonight. I don't know exactly when the Canaanites, you'd be able to call them, were first called a people, but from what I can tell, it's somewhere around 5000 BCE, the people of Canaan, those who have always, who have resided there since that period of time. When it comes to the Israelites and when they kind of came on in, I believe that was probably somewhere around 1000 BCE. I think that's kind of the consensus, 1200, 1000. Just a small group, not what the Bible says, not a mass exodus, no Moses. Sorry, y'all. Anyhow, so that is the start of the Canaanites. And what we have of the Bible is a really short window, but a really cool window. But it's a really short window of time. And obviously, a lot of things got erased or just weren't written down because it spoke of other gods. They didn't like that. And at some point, they had to get their story straight. Cool. It makes sense. You do what you got to do as a people, right? Oh, shoot. I still got your thumbs up there. Yeah, I know what I'm doing. Maybe I should should I stop the banner or should I leave that up? Okay, well, I took it off for right now. How about that? Okay. Sorry, y'all. Back to what I don't remember I was saying. So the tablets and information that I have found, that I've read so far about the Canaanite gods, like the King Karet, the legend of King Karet, tale of Aquat, Mikal Wa'ib, etc. The tales that you've heard me told, we'll go over them more, but the tales that you've heard me told, a lot of them are from around 1300 BCE. So that'll be like the strong focus of the time period of the Canaanites for tonight. And again, I am not an expert. If I get some of the timing wrong, I apologize. I'll have the info for you so you can look it up yourself. So back to the Canaanite Pantheon. I'm going to take another drink of water. I'm sorry. I just smoked. To make it more enjoyable for me, not for you. So up at the top, you'll see if you can see, highlighted that says red, marriage. You'll see 3 small areas that represent 3 separate marriages in the Canaanite Pantheon. Now, again, this is all from the stories that I have collected and read. Collected, like I was out there in the field, like Pat Lowinger. That I have stolen from the internet. So I've just pieced all the gods together from the information that I received from the different tablets, okay? So first you will see up at the top, Ashra or El. That is the two you're probably most familiar with. El is the head of the Canaanite Pantheon. Ashra is his consort, his wife. And she is also at some point Yahweh's wife consort when he rises up through the Pantheon and takes over. Now it's going to be a little bit confusing. You know what? Y'all tell me. Oopsie, I'm not even looking at my... Oh, don't forget to give this live a like. Thank you. Y'all tell me, do you want me to briefly go through these gods and who they are? Or would you like me to kind of stick on them and do like a more detail, like Ashra, like stick on her for a while? Or would it be easier to absorb if I zoom through how they're all interrelated first? Because the relationships, as you can see, some are a little more complicated. Oh, checking my Discord for the link, y'all. Thank you, Jonathan. I need people to help keep me on top of stuff. Copy message link. Boom. Oh, also what I should probably be doing is pasting. I probably should be pasting books into the chat so y'all can start downloading or whatever it is you want to do with the links. Give me just 1 second. Darth Magog! How you doing? All right, y'all. Well, I am just, oh no, that might not have worked well. Fart biscuits. Fart biscuits. Okay. Let's keep going. Ashra. Ashra has all these children with El. We're going to start at the left-hand side and go through who they are and just how they're interconnected first and not get too detailed about them. Okay? Anat, goddess of war, goddess of fertility of the herd, not fertility in the sense of necessarily of like humans, but of the herd. She, along with her mother and along with her father El, gave birth to dusk and dawn. And you have heard me go over the story Shahar and Shalim. So they all had, each of these peoples had their own stories for their gods. So this isn't always 100% equaling out. So this is me doing my best. So Shahar Shalim or Atar or Athart, and you'll see how this all plays out later. Our babies are the gracious gods, the cleavers of the sea, of Anat and her mother and father, Ashra. So families aren't necessarily like familial as we see them, okay? The gods did, just like the Greek gods and Roman gods did some wild ass stuff, so did the Canaanite Pantheon. So it's just fun. It's interesting. As you can see, Atar and Athart, Shahar, Shalim, are attributes of Venus, dusk, dawn. Okay, dusk and dawn. So Atar, the male, is married to Pidre, and you'll find out who Pidre is momentarily. So now we're going to continue over to Anat's other brothers and sisters, even though she's given birth to children and their brothers and sisters to these other kids. They're also, yeah. Am I making sense? I don't fucking know. I do not want to watch this later. Okay. Next child, Reshef, Reshef is the god of plagues. We see him in the Pharaoh story, in Moses in Egypt. In that story, if you kind of take apart some of the verses, which we can possibly do later if you want to, I think I have the information in my notes, you'll see that it's probably speaking about Reshef, the God using Reshef. And the next god over is Kothar Wahasas. To the right, I'm guessing y'all are seeing this, so moving to the right, the next god is Kothar Wahasas. I really like Kothar Wahasas, and I don't know if it's because their name is like, it's two separate names, Kothar and Hasis. It's something like, farts. I know it's something like nimble and strong or something like that, but they go together. It's one person, but it's really cool how the name is. So they are a craftsman god. They're not mentioned in the Bible whatsoever, but Yahweh is a metallurgy god. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's something in there that Yahweh kind of took over too as he went through the pantheon. But Kothar Wahasas makes all kinds of jewelry, anything out of gold. He gets it out of the mountains and he's able to handcraft it. It's pretty dope. He even makes the cleavers. He makes 2 cleavers for Baal. Oh, fart face. Oh, no, it's on there. I panicked for a second. I was like, I didn't put Baal Hadad. No, it's because it's on the bottom left, you fart face. Okay. So anyway, Baal Hadad and Kothar Wahasas are friends. And Kothar Wahasas makes 2 clubs for Baal, the storm god, that he uses to defeat Yam, which is the god of rivers and sea. Okay. Oh, God, no. You have to leave. You got to leave. I don't want an expert in here listening to me talk. No, I'm just kidding. You're more than welcome to stay. And please, actually, if anything I say sounds obtuse, please tell me. I'm not eloquent. I'm just learning all these things, but I'm so fascinated. And I really, really want to give them their platform because I feel like people poo-poo them and call them demons. And that really hurts my feelings. So, I think you like Kothar because it reminds you that as an atheist, you can't even ground the ultimate necessity of the instantation of probable, impossible possibilities of the preconditions. Yeah, what he said. Yeah. But no, seriously, he's like so cool. How cool would it be if you could just make like anything you wanted with your hands? And I'm a hands talker and I like to work with my hands. So that probably is why I like it. But I think this actually works too. Right, Cassie? Okay. So, and then as we move over to the right, Nikal Wa'ib, and you can see Nikal Wa'ib and Yarik, the moon god, are married. And there is a specific tale called, actually, it's just called Nikal Wa'ib, I believe. Oh, Nikal Wa'ib and the Kotharat. So Nikal Wa'ib is a moon goddess, and Yarik, the moon god, oopsie, I'm touching my mic, loves her, like falls in love with her instantaneously and is like, how in the heck do I get this woman? And he goes to talk to a king, and the king's like, nah, don't marry her. I'm going to marry you off to one of Baal's daughters because like Baal is super cool. Like Baal's the like fucking shit. He's at the top of the pantheon. So I'm not even sure why I put El up there. No, I'm just kidding. So the king's like, I will marry you off to this guy. He's cooler. And to this girl, she's cooler because she's related to Baal. And Yarik's like, no, Nikal Wa'ib. Nikal Wa'ib is fruitful and bright. So she's the goddess of orchards, fruitful and bright. So I'm guess like, I'd have to look at that. But the moon, she's fruitful, she's bright, she's amazing. So those two eventually get married, and they don't have not that I know of. there's no story saying that they have the children that Ugarit has, which is the Kothar, and they are the 7 midwives that help. They help with sexual, like how to sexually coach you in the marital bed, like to tell you what to do to like make that baby. And they also help give birth. Like they have incantations. I keep touching my mic. I'm sorry. They bring down incantations and all the herbs and whatnot that they would need so you can have a healthy birth. So I don't know, again, that they are daughters of Nikal, but they're definitely daughters of Ugarit because it says it in the tale. Okay. Did I put it? I did put the link. How do I? Oh, I started. Oh, no. Oh, fuck no. Hold on, y'all. How do I delete my own comment? Did I post in Discord? Oh, help me, Jesus. I apologize, all. Can you pause with me for 1 moment so I can get... How did I not... Oh, copy link. I copied message link. Oy. The demons are against me tonight. There we go. Did I do it? That is the link. If you would like to donate relief for Ukraine, it's in that link tree. Thank you, Jonathan, for setting everything up. I was struggling today just trying to figure out how to make this damn tree. Okay, did I explain them enough? Yes, they are moon gods and goddesses. To the right, Yam, Judge Nahor, god of the sea and rivers. And I think they're super cool because they're always the one that has to be defeated. Okay, so like the sea creature, like the Leviathan kind of dude, that the top dog always has to beat in order to now be like the ultimate ruler, which is kind of sad. I guess that's really not nice. No, that must mean that's no. Okay, come on, let's think this out. That must show you like how important water is, that whoever can control water, that makes sense. Like, you're amazing. So that's why Yam Nahor is like a cool ass dude. And Yahweh even talks about being angry with him, and we can get in that later in the Bible. Baal beats him in the Baal cycle. Okay. Have we heard enough about that? Learning is fun, yeah. Even from people who don't teach. Okay. And away we go. I'll go down to, let's go down to Shepash or Shamash. And I think this is the sun god. What is really weird and cool about the sun god is that Shepash for the Canaanites is a female deity. Shamash for like the Babylonians is a male deity. And it's weird because it does, like, sometimes you'll see that the god is a female here and a male there. And that's obviously because, they originate in different places. But, when you're like, oh, no, that's the god. Like, yeah, that's the god. Yeah, it's a girl. Yeah, it's a god. Come on, work with me here. So Shamash shows up in a handful of old, oops, I'm going to take that off. A handful of tablets, Shamash in the Mare, in the Baal epic, in Kinkeret. Can't remember. But anyway, Love it. Love her. She's amazing. She's super reasonable. She's like the even keeled, bringing the righteous judgment kind of God. I already did. Oh, I already talked. How do I have? Oh no. I have Kothar Wahasas twice, y'all. My apologies. I didn't catch that. I don't know how I did that. I feel like that's because, no, that's why. That's supposed to be Chemosh. My husband helped me with this, but I didn't fact check the end. Okay. Well, okay. So next to Shepash to the right is supposed to be Chemosh. Chemosh is the god of the Moabites. You see Chemosh in the Bible, defeats Yahweh in the Bible, is also on the Moabite stone, which is super cool, which even says that Yahweh was defeated. So it's even like a double boom. Yeah. Darn. Sorry about that. I'll have to get an updated one. Okay. I already talked about the Kothrat and who they are. So now let's go down to Baal Hadad. So Dagon, I put into this pantheon, even though it's a Mesopotamian import, because he is mentioned in a lot of the, not a lot, but in some of the epics and whatnot, the stories. So I felt it was important to put him on there, but just show that it's kind of like an imported god. And I don't know if with the import Baal came. I don't know. Don't ask me that kind of stuff. Couldn't tell you if I tried. But Baal Hadad is supposed to be Dagon's son. Dagon is an agricultural, like, grain god. And Baal Hadad is a storm fertility god. And I did actually read some information where there's a possibility Dagon was considered like I don't know. Don't trust me on any of that. I'm still learning. So anyhow, that I don't know much about Dagon, but Baal Hadad, the storm god, you hear a lot about Baal in the Bible, always in a polemic way, never in a good way. And even 400 of his prophets got murked. Was it by Elijah or Elisha? Don't remember, doesn't matter. But yeah, so Baal had all these prophets at one point, and they just got like, which was not nice, but you know, that's how they did. That's how they rolled back then. So Baal is called the rider of the clouds. When he is in his imagery, I believe I can't remember exactly if it's a thunderbolt in his right and his staff in his left, or if it's vice versa, but he's ambidextrous and he controls the storms. He brings the floods. He controls it all. I'm like, he's like super cool. So when he defeats Yam, that's when he rises up through the pantheon and kind of usurps El, and like El takes a back seat. But see, that's what El does. El is super cool. Like, he doesn't have to be in the forefront. El is kind of like the god of the gods, and Baal is more like the god of the people, if that makes any sense. I'm hoping I'm explaining that right. Let me know if I'm boring you. Okay, I'm trying to move along. Next. Okay, so Baal Hadad has daughters. Super cool, right? So Pidre, Tale, Arse, Yabidrume. I can't even say them right. And like I said, Pidre is the one married to Atar, to dusk dawn, to the male aspect of dusk and dawn. And I don't even think that he has control. I don't know. I don't know if he has control over them or not, or if they control themselves. Couldn't tell you, but that's neat. Okay, so there are a lot of Baals, and I don't know all the Baals. I actually, I just know a couple of their names, but Baal Hadad, the weather god, the storm god, that's the one I know most about. That's the one I think is written most about. But there is Baal Hammond. I believe it's Baal Zebul, or it might be, no, because I think Baal Zebub is making fun of Baal Zebul. I apologize. So anyway, there's many Baals, and Baals means Lord. So he's like the ultimate, he's the Lord Hadad, Baal Hadad. So there's lots of Baals. Don't ask me why they did that. Like, come on, for real. Like, it had to be confusing. Like, seriously? You didn't know that I was going to be like reading over this thousands of years later? No, oh no, Kelly, sure. Don't worry about it. Interrupt me, y'all. This is not just this is not a presentation. I'm just rambling. If y'all have questions, ask questions. I'm just trying to get through like the basics so you can, when I tell the stories, like you can see how they interact like a little bit more. And there's so much more to these. There's like helpers I didn't put down. At some point, I'd love to expand it and show like all the different, because Anat has helpers. So does Yam. He has helpers, like the Leviathan, I think, is one of his helpers. So yeah, at some point I'll get to that. But if you have questions, please ask. And yes, did I answer the question? I don't even know if I answered the question, but yes, it will be on a replay. Okay. Oh, right. Friendly reminder, this is for a fundraiser for Ukraine. The link is in the live chat, and I will be sure to put it in the description. And maybe I'll put all the list of books in the description too, if I'm allowed to do that. Anyhow, and away we go. Okay, so we come to Yahweh. I accidentally put Yahweh. I almost forgot Yahweh. I can't even lie. Oh, no, wait. There is Chemosh. I'm so confused how Kothar Wahasas got on there twice. Y'all, I'm tripping. Straight up tripping. I'm high as fuck. So there's Yahweh. You know all about Yahweh. He is not in any of the other stories that I've come across. The only close thing that I've come across is Yam at one point is given a new name called YW, but don't know what that means at all. So anyhow, Yahweh, he's in the Bible, but he resided in Canaan. So technically he's Canaanite God along with the rest of them, right? So Chemosh, I talked about Chemosh, Kamatu, because I did not realize it was right there in front of my face because I can barely read anymore. So Mat, not last, not least, or last but not least, Mat, god of death and underworld. Mat's pretty ferocious. Like nobody can destroy Mat except Anat. Anat is such a badass. She can destroy Mat, the god of death. She does she does not in the I don't think she does in the one Baal cycle, but I did find a Baal cycle where she confesses. No, it is the Baal cycle. Shut your face. It's the Baal cycle where she admits that she destroyed Mat, and she admits she destroyed Yam also. That's what I'm talking about. She also admits she destroyed Yam. So there must be another epic where Anat also destroys Yam. And remember what I said, when you destroy Yam, you're like top dog. What does it mean? What does it mean? I don't know because I'm not an expert. Okay, so I think I've gotten through. Okay, really what I wanted to say at the bottom is that this is all the research I've done so far. Hopefully I will continue to grow my knowledge. But this, just to keep in mind that this pantheon was not static. It moved a lot. So things may not always line up perfectly, especially in the way that I'm telling it, but I am doing my best to piece things together, if that makes any sense. Probably not. Okay. What I was thinking we could do next is go into some more specifics about the god and like some symbolism. If everybody is cool with that. Anybody or does anybody have any questions before? How about that? Does anybody have any questions before we continue? Before we continue. It would help if I swallowed. Okay, well, I will just keep on yapping. How about that? What I thought we could do, which would be some fun, like I said, is go into a bit more specifics about the gods so you can get to know their personality. Just to be clear, okay. Boopity boop. Just to be clear, what exactly was Yahweh God of before he was God of Israel? I might have the dates incorrect, but I believe the earliest reference that we have to Yahweh is from the Egyptians and farts. I can't remember what it's called, but it talks about capturing. Is that the first time that it mentions Israel, or shoot? Because there's a few instances in history. Anyhow, maybe I'm giving too many details that I don't know. What he was before is just a god of a small group of people, probably somewhere southern, and his cult just continued to grow. And maybe the reason his cult continued to grow is because his very tight-knit group only wanted to worship him as the highest, like a monolatry. And maybe that just always helped keep him as a priority. But he was just a god of small people. He wasn't anything important. His people got captured. It was written down. I can't remember when it was. I'm so sorry. I guess actually I could look that up because I have the notes, you silly little goose. You silly little goose. I have so many notes. It would be so dumb if I just sat here and just didn't look at my notes. I don't have to know off the top of my damn head. Just scrolling through. Okay, this is. Oh my. What happened there? Oh, hold on. I found it, but it's hidden. What the heck? There we go. Okay, so there's a Ramses. Okay, so there's a papyrus list from the time of Ramses II that mentions the land of the Shasu of Yahweh. So I forget when that time period is, but if you Google Ramses II and the Shasu of Yahweh, you'll find that's the first time we've ever heard of him. And then in the Bible, they say he came out of Edom from Mount something, yeah. Oops, I'm trying to get back to my channel. There we go. God, I had to get back to the screen. I'm just like talking to blankness. Did I answer the question? Did I answer too much of a question? He was just a small little god of a small group of people. And somehow he made the big time. You're welcome, Shaq. Thanks for joining. I I always wanted to learn about the gods, but I never was allowed because you're not allowed to do that when you're in a cult. You don't want to learn about demons. They're demons, don't you know? That's okay. You don't need to learn. I just didn't know what to do, but so many people have asked me for all the info I have on the gods, so I figured it was about time that I do it and compile all the information. I wanted to get some slides together, and I apologize I didn't get more slides together, but I do have lists of information and lists of websites. And what you should write down, actually, I'll post it in the comments, is the 3 websites that I use to get all my academic research papers. Hey, Jason. Jay. I just want to know who the King of the North is. Oh, Jay. You gotta ask the governing body. You've got to ask the governing body who the King of the North is. I know I'm King of the South. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna get kicked out of here. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, hold on. I was going to get you my 3 favorite websites that I love to use to get my academic papers for free. Oh, and books. Sorry. 2 are for papers and 1 is for books. Hopefully that works. Okay. So jstore.org, you can get a free login and you can get 100 papers for free a month. And I only use 50 at most. There's some of the papers are 30 pages long. It's a lot of info. So depending on what you want to read. Then academia.edu, same thing. And archive.org, same thing. But archive.org, I believe, is just for books. So if there's some old books, I found so many about the goddesses, the gods of Canaan, just from that site, if you just search those keywords. So they're really helpful if you're trying to do the research yourself. Darth Magog is going to assume that King of the North is up for grabs. Yes, it is. So if I take King of the South and you take King of the North, yeah, Magog. Gog of Magog. Darth Magog. Darth Magog. I like it. It makes sense to me. And your little dog, too. Okay. That's so funny. Oopsie. Where did I leave off? Okay, I gave you those. I wanted to go through. How about we pick? Do you want to pick? Do you want to pick the ball epic? Do you all want to talk about the ball epic? Do you want to talk more about Ashra and her symbolism in the garden? Do you want to talk about Anat, goddess of war, and her hunger for blood? That's mostly in the ball epic, though. So that's where you see heads rolling. And she takes their hands and ties them as a belt around her waist and shit. She's so badass. Oh, if anybody, and of course, if anybody wants to join, I apologize. I didn't mean to bogard this whole thing. I'm just getting wound up. Does any of that sound interesting? Ashra, 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 Bueller. All right. The crowd goes wild. Do you want to come on, Jonathan? You're more than welcome to come on. I just have to figure out how to, oh, I think I just give you the link, don't I? Don't I just, I'm asking you, hold on. Boop. Oh, I could put it in a banner. There you go, Jonathan. I should put the link for the fundraiser in a banner. That makes more sense. Copy link. I apologize, y'all. You have so much patience with me. Now I have to go to my banners. Don't mind as I walk myself through. Oh, look. Please remember to be respectful of our guests and audience. Create a banner. Oof. Yes, honey. I am so slick. Ugh. Woo, woo. I know what I'm doing now. Okay. Now. Okay. Beelzebub. Wise Banner Sayings. Yes, I sent you a link, Jonathan, although I have no idea if I will know how to see you come up. I assume you'll pop up at my bottom. That sounds very perverted, but that's not what I meant. All right, I'm just going to start talking about Ashra. Okay. Ashra. Let's start out with the Garden of Eden. So the Garden of Eden, we have a tree of life, we have a snake, and we have tree of knowledge. And what else do we have? We have there's other things other symbols. The tree, the snake. Oh, and Eve herself. Actually, Eve herself too, because her name, I'm going to pull up my notes. Eve, her name, because I've done the research. Oh, there's too many Eves. Come on now, just get me to Eve. I'm so sorry, y'all. Eve's name, maybe I have to search. There we go. That might be better. She says, too easy. It might be one N. Eve's name. It keeps, I don't know how to make it do a better search, but when I search for Eve, it's pulling up however. Ay, ay, ay. Doofus Magoofus. But anyway, Eve's name and Ashra, they're all interconnected. Eve is giver of life. Ashra is giver of life. The snake, maybe if I find it under snake. Sorry, y'all. So now I need to go to all notebooks. Okay. Snake. No, that's not it. I'm sorry, y'all. I know I have it. Oh, there's Nehushtan. Because I'm just going to talk about this snake. The snake represents fertility. If you think about a snake, its ability to shed its skin, regenerate, healing powers. What else? So basically reproduction, fertility, healing. Snakes are awesome. When you see them pictured in the upward stance, that's like a good image of a snake. The snake is like cool. It's representing healing or something of that nature. If the snake is laying down, then that can represent something completely different, a more like chthonic underworld type of vibe, not like a life-giving. So as snakes are connected to giving life, Eve is the giver of life, Ashra, the giver of life. So the snake was chosen on purpose for the Garden of Eden story. The serpent, excuse me. I really wish I could find the, oh wait, what if I search, is it Hava? No, Hawa. Did I find it? Ah, I found it. Okay, I haven't looked if y'all are questioning me, and I'm just probably talking to myself. Oh shit, he's backstage. There you are. I'm so sorry, Jonathan.
Hello.
At my screen.
I'm gonna hide down here behind the banner.
Oh wait, I can't hear you. Can you?
You can't hear me? Oh, not that again.
Can anybody else hear Jonathan? Is it me? Am I doing something wrong?
Let me see.
Mute. No, it says your mic is. Is there something I'm doing, y'all? Maybe
Hello?
hold on. Well, y'all hearing me okay? My freaking headphones weren't on.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can.
I was like, please tell me there's not some sort of technical difficulties here.
Oh my God, I'm so dead. I had headphones on that weren't even freaking working.
It's mic issue, the sequel.
Right? Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for coming on.
You're very welcome.
Look at you in your green screen.
Yeah, I thought I feel like moving around a little bit. Let's see. Oh, this one doesn't do it. Oh, shoot. Okay. I'm going to have to come in on a different browser.
Oh, it won't let you switch.
Yeah, so I'll come back in a moment, okay?
Okay, no worries.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye. Oh, can he leave? Okay, he can leave himself. So okay, so I found Eve's name, Hawat. It might be pronounced different than Hawat, means mother of all living. Okay. Hawa also means serpent. That's what I was trying to, in Hebrew, I believe. Because this is going back to the Garden of Eden story. Hold on, I got to check to see if he popped back yet. No, not yet. Okay. There he is.
Hello.
Oh, where are you?
I'm in a photo of my office.
Oh, shut the front door. Hold on. How do I make you? Nope, that's me.
How do I get you to completely leave? There you go.
Oh my gosh.
I thought since Wally wasn't able to be here today, I would just he can be here in spirit. There we go.
Oh shit. Oh yeah. I love it. I love it. Oh, poor Wally. I hope he's okay. Where's Azizi? Where's Zizi at?
It's because we're on the squished screen. Azizi's over here. No, that's
wrong. Hold on. No.
There we go.
Nope. How do I just do you?
I'm so lost. There you go. There's
there
Zizi.
We go. That's better.
Good boy.
Hi, Zizi. Pretending. Come play with me, Zizi.
Meow.
That's meow meow. Okay, now oh wait, okay, that's not bad. That's
there we
something.
Go.
That's something right there.
That's something.
So how do you feel about your Canaanite lesson? Are you ready to go door to door?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God.
May I interest you in the teachings of Baal?
Yes. Baal is so cool. I feel it's terrible he's got such a bad rap.
If ball isn't your flavor, let me give you this pamphlet on Yam, the god of sweet potatoes.
The god of mash.
There you go. God of mash.
You have to mash him in order to become the next god in the pantheon. That's the rule. That's
Is there
why
is there some sort of special mashing incantation you have to come up with?
I'm sure I could figure it out.
Almighty squash tater.
Oh, mighty under the dirt root biscuit, whatever you are.
So I'm just letting my missus know that I'm on.
This is Chief.
So have you thought of looking into other pantheons, or is this Canaanites are kind of your jam?
Well, yeah, I do want to look into other. I actually want to move into the Scots next, because I'm kind of just going by DNA.
Oh, okay.
DNA. Yeah. So I thought I can knock out the whole freaking deconstruction, getting to know my thousands of years ago ancestral gods. But I thought that would be really interesting. So yeah, the next I want to go to is Scots. And see what happens there. I think I already know some kind of, but it's probably all like commercial. I want to know like.
I've got some royalty in the family.
Oh, well, you said your mom is from Peru.
From Panama.
Panama. Sorry,
Yeah.
I knew it was a P.
Yeah, one of them P
Yeah.
countries.
P country. Do you know much about like what it used to be, like the kind of the gods that they used to worship, like I'm talking 1,000 years ago.
I haven't really looked into it. I probably should, because it's not something that in my past I would have. I'm going to look up, deities from other countries and stuff.
Yeah,
it's not really a thing, right?
Right.
And I guess I never really thought about it. There's a lot of indigenous art, and there's got to be gods involved in that, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. Just the history is fascinating. I just like to kind of turn the tables on the one-sided history that we get from the Bible. Kind of makes it it's just
or
boring.
the even more one-sided history we get from the organization.
Oy, let me tell you. Yeah, you take a book that's already like terrible, and then you get some old men's hands on it, and boy, I tell you what, they can tear it apart. Mm-hmm. Well, not tear it apart, really. They build it up to be what they want it to be. They can make it a tool of war. So,
well, just in case I need some facts and figures about the organization, I'll just duck on over to the org, and I'll pick up some literature.
Yeah, what are you selling tonight? What you selling anything, or are you short of money? Are you short on cash? Do you need donations?
I do, actually.
Is the money coming in less than the money going out?
Should I be one of the governing body?
You really could. You certainly could with that.
These are serious lies that we are being told by apostates and people who are not servants of Jehovah.
Is that Jarrett Lushke?
Garrett Flush.
Jarrett Flush. Oh, Jarrett Flush. I think I'm missing a prime opportunity. I might have to steal that from you.
That's free of charge.
Free of charge. That might have to be Jarrett Flush. All right, I like it. Okay, so do you want to talk about the Canaanite Pantheon? Do you want to talk about J-Dub stuff? Uh-oh, my lights are going out.
Well, honestly, I don't. All I know about the Canaanite Pantheon is what you've shown, so I have nothing to contribute to the conversation that way.
Well, you can always contribute your beautiful face.
Oh, thanks.
Or we can talk about, because I did. Oopsie, hold on. I had banners. I was like,
that was my Ben Stiller impersonation.
Cult member anything about the Jehovah's Witnesses. Ooh la la. That could go many many a fun
So what can we
ways.
talk about? Do you think they will come up with a new generation expansion, or they're gonna just throw that out into the trash can and try and start a new thing?
You know, I don't know, because I feel like they already have thrown away the generations, but they haven't told people. So I wonder, that like when they mentioned that they're not going to be around now for when Armageddon comes. So in many ways, you've already, because wasn't the purpose of 1914 is knowing the time period of when it was going to come? So if now you're saying you don't know when it's going to come, you're going to be dead by the time Armageddon comes. Isn't that admitting it's not?
The problem with all these end of time predictions and stuff is it's based.
Doomsday.
Yeah, it's not something minor that happens in the world. You can say, hey, look what happened. I was right. It's the, burning up of the planet and most people dying. So that's a tough one to fake. So you pick these dates, and then the date doesn't come and people are disappointed and some leave. And then you keep going like that. I mean, where is it going to end? How far can you go with this?
Right.
But I bet somebody who lived in the 1800s, who, I don't know, for whatever reason, might have been thinking that too, would they have imagined it would have gone 150 years into the future?
Yeah, I think the overlap gave them some more room, but
Yeah, 20 years is about it, right?
yeah, that's what I would say. I mean, I remember with uncertainty when I was a child that, like, by the time the 144,000 were dead, and I thought they had already been chosen.
Mhm.
And once that happened, then it was like Armageddon. That was it, because all God's people were up in heaven. And I mean, I don't remember the first change, but at this point, the time it's been what, 100 years, over 100 years. 19. Wait, it was
Since
19. Since okay, so 1914. It's been over 100 years.
Oh yeah,
and
so that's what 100, 2014.
But they're still choosing 144,000. So I don't understand what they're doing. They still are allowing people.
What are they saying, that it's people who have sinned or strayed away or something, that they got to replace them?
I don't know. I just know that people have recently, like that one woman recently who left, who was interviewed on
Dax.
Thank you.
Yes.
On Dax channel. She was chosen. I'm not doing that to you.
I saw that too. And
she was chosen not that long ago. So
yeah, she said that there's certain, what was it, a talk or an article, I forget.
Hey, Jules. Yes.
And it's just something that in her mind, it confirmed certain feelings that she had, that she's like, oh, I am of the anointed. And she just kind of went from there. And what was it, maybe like 4 or 5 years she partook, and then.
Mm-hmm. And there was a bunch of them. There was another, was it her congregation or another congregation where a bunch were chosen all around the similar time? And I don't understand. So this could go on forever, and so they could just basically be saying, "Oh, well, that's when God started choosing the 144,000," but it could take him 100 years to choose, hundreds and hundreds of years to choose those people. Is that what they're?
It's never made much sense to me, to be honest.
It's not. But I thought that like the chosen were already chosen, and the fact that people are still getting chosen, I'm just like, what the frick is happening?
Well, it's supposed to be what, a personal thing? You're like, I am, and I don't doubt it, so therefore I am.
I guess. If it feels right in your mind. I suppose. Hi, Jules. I do have wings.
It did.
I'm a little angel. Just kidding.
Well, it's not a Red Bull, but Red Bull gives you wings.
Oh, you know what I'm going to have, y'all?
We're sponsored by Red Bull?
No. Okay, so I like to drink like energy drinks. I don't know why, but I like them better than like soda. But I don't like Coca-Cola Company. Y'all know what you want to do. But I found these. These are 4C. 4C, they make like breadcrumbs and they make drinks, like powdered drinks. And it has like the taurine and the energy crap in it, just like the cans do. But like I use this on a full 24. I mean, this one's I already drank from a little bit. But if I use this on a full 24, it flavors the whole thing, just like to me, like a Monster would taste. Sorry, I'm not sponsored.
And if you order now in the next 20 minutes, you'll get a free refill.
Go now.
Operators are standing by.
Or the demons will come get you. No, but for real.
That's a motivator.
Right? Oh, Lord. Sorry, some people might be afraid of demons.
It's a crawl of 2 now, but that's okay.
That's okay. I hope, like I said, I hope Wally's okay. We love you, Wally. No harm, no foul. Shit happens. Woo. Yeah, that's good. That's tart.
I'll take care of Zizi while you're busy, okay?
Yeah, you just got to feed Zizi. How funny would it be if you had like Zizi moving, like if it was a moving gift and it was it
that's way too much work. I just did this last night. I decided, you know what? I want to do a green screen. That way, plus if anybody walks past, it's no bother. And I can do fun stuff like this.
That's really cool. And hopefully maybe now you can start doing some like super cool editing stuff. I love my green screen. I love it so much. I was hoping to have my next Cultastic Variety show done, but with Musa, but I just didn't have time. Did not get to
Breaking news. Popular website host Ryan of Cultastic fame has been involved in a scandal of trying to sell energy drinks online.
It's so good.
I couldn't decide which newsroom I wanted, so there you go. This feels more like Fox.
There you go. Now you just need to scream into the mic and tell us like how
I'm
terrible we
Tonk.
are.
Frogs are gay. I don't know. I forget that guy.
Aaron, was that
What is his name?
Aaron Carlson? No.
No.
No, I'm thinking about
I'm more middle liberalish, so and I'm living in Canada, so I don't remember who
I'm
these
thinking
are.
of the InfoWars guy. Andrew.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking. I just can't think of his name either.
Aaron Carlson, I think, is somebody in my like one of my usual like subbers. I'm sorry. Oh, help me, Jesus.
Someone at your kid's school is like, what is he talking about me for?
It's not me. Yeah.
Sorry,
Sorry, y'all.
my comedy sketch. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum-bum.
Yeah, see, you could do so many cool things with a green screen. I love it.
And now I have nothing to do on my portion. So see you later. Bye.
You've done everything. What are you going to do tonight?
Still on material. I was thinking of just checking out a couple of videos on the org site. And also when I was on and did some singing on Wally's. Yeah, I was on Wally's. Yeah.
I'm still watching it. I'm still trying to get through it all.
Oh, yeah. I think it's about hour 3. But 2.5. Go about the 2.5 mark. You should find it. But I did some singing. I thought it'd be fun to do some a cappella, non-copyright breaking singing.
Oh, yeah. Do you have to be careful about that?
Well, I think definitely if you play the music. I don't know about singing a cappella. I don't think the algorithm can figure out what I'm doing.
Okay. I just wasn't
That's my hope anyway.
Well, I'm sure. I've done just like 30-second clips and so far so good with my what do you call it? My fun karaoke stupid things. And I haven't had any issues. Oh, never mind. I was like, what happened to my never mind. It's right there. Oops. Oh no, where am I? Nope. There we go. Don't mind me.
Okay.
If I click too many buttons, I don't know where I went.
So tell me about what you've got on your wall there.
Oh, back here?
Yeah, we always see your cool little office hobby room or whatever you want to call it, broadcast booth.
Yeah. So I got lots of cool plants. I got Monstera, I've got Pothos, and I got spider plants. I have a lot in here. I don't even know half of their names. I have a wandering jewel, which is really pretty, which is purple, and it has like sparkles in it. And that is a picture of Yamaya, the goddess Yamaya. I believe she's like a water goddess.
Okay.
Not really.
That's good to have her on the plants.
Sure. Yes. Yeah, she works perfectly with the plants. So
My wife's a big fan of hydrangeas, especially the purple ones.
yes, they're beautiful. They are beautiful. I love any kind of plant, really.
She's my flower.
Oh, she's your flower. How long have you been married?
We've been married a couple of years now.
Okay.
Been together for longer, but you know.
Yeah. Oh, living in sin. No, I'm just kidding.
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, don't tell the JWs what an adult does. You know what's so weird, bro? I was just thinking about the other day, like when I lived at my parents' house. Love my parents. But like when I was an adult living at my parents' house, like I remember I had to like sneak around still. Like I had to account for like where I was and things
How old
like
were you?
that. 30 something. 30.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't
had
like it.
I had a back in the other days when I was my first marriage. My brother-in-law stayed in my basement for way too long, but that's a whole different story I don't want to get into. So it was kind of like family and her family were at my house all the time.
Mm.
And I wanted to go see the Lord of the Rings movie, The Return of the King. So I just went on my own, and because I knew it was a movie that was not recommended for a Jehovah's Witness, and they like
Really?
saw me, and I was so mad. It's like, oh, I got no privacy. I can't do anything.
Right. Like, damn it.
I got so mad about it. It's just like, why? Like everyone's got to get in my business just because I want to see a movie, because you feel guilty about seeing spooky, you know?
Yeah. Why is everyone else's conscious based on what you do? Like, why does what I do have an ability to stumble somebody?
Yeah.
Oh, because he saw that. That's not normal. Like, unless you're unless you're kicking babies down the street, like, okay, so somebody goes and sees a movie, big deal. Let's worry about like him, hurting people or her hurting people or whatever. That should be the main focus. Like, what the
Sister
heck?
Ryan, can we see you in the back room for a couple of minutes? This won't take long.
Oh my gosh, that was
We
always so scary.
We understand that you have a habit of kicking babies, and we need to discuss this
You know
because
how
this
I
is
am.
unchristian-like behavior.
You know how I do. I just freaking yeah, baby. Just kidding.
Yeah,
I
baby.
shouldn't even joke about that. That's horrible. But I mean, that's that's how they treat you. They treat you like everything is this huge thing, production.
Yep.
They blow everything out of proportion just to make you feel small and make you feel bad, make you feel like you're not good enough. Ugh. But
I used to play role-playing games a little bit as a later teen. And my friend, his dad was the presiding officer. Tells you how long ago that was, before the Kobe days. And so him and myself and another friend of mine, we were playing games, and he had the books and stuff. So we bought these things to play, and he was keeping them. And his dad was he's told him, like, I'm gonna search your room. So he threw them all out. And we're like, hey, like, that's not fun. But he was gonna get in trouble. So he basically warned him, like, we're gonna have a talking to about some of your conduct and so on. So he gave him time to ditch everything.
wow.
Yeah.
That's just
He's just kind of doing it fast and loose. This kid, so
I remember one time a shirt of mine disappeared when I lived at my parents. It was a shirt that said, it was one of the first like things I bought that made me feel really proud because I was leaving behind, like I was trying to leave behind my hateful, my hating other religions. And it said, was it peace? I forget. It's a word, but it's a whole bunch of different religious symbols.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah. Like coexist or something.
That's what it is. It's coexist. Okay. And
I see that on bumper stickers sometimes.
Yeah. I loved that shirt and it just disappeared one day. And trust me, I took care of that shirt because I loved it so much. And yeah, it just disappeared. Like, why? Because it had a pagan symbol, a Jewish symbol.
Oh, of course. That's
pathetic.
That's Babylon the Great, harlot.
Oh, so ridiculous. So ridiculous. Like why.
Sorry?
No, go ahead. I was just going to say that's why learning the history like of Canaan is important because like you realize it's all tomfoolery. Sorry.
Go ahead, stop me. I learned anyway, right? But now I forgot my thought.
Of course.
Oh, the coexist thing. That's more in kind of line with what I follow now. Is I've said before, like if you hold different beliefs, there's no reason why anybody shouldn't be able to talk to another person and just. You may not agree, you may not follow the practice, but you can learn from them and you can accept that what they believe is valid for them, and what you might believe is valid for you. And there's no reason why people got to butt heads and argue and atheists and you Christians and you whatever. Unless it's, the cult of murdering baby seals or something. There's, if it's nothing inappropriate or wrong, then be accepting.
Yeah. Do you? That's where I am in life. I'm just kind of like, do no harm, be good to people. That's what I care about. Don't write laws to hurt me. So Dandy says, do you think that as the governing body died off, that they will pick new ones? Well, this is a good question. I saw the show that said not to fear when they are gone. Yeah. Yeah. So what I have noticed within the past couple of years is they are bringing on a shit ton of helpers, and they are always bigging up the helpers. And why the helpers are so important, why you need to listen to what the helpers say. So I don't know if the helpers are just going to become a different set of governing body. Will they give them a different name? Are they just going to raise them up to governing body? What do you think? Do you have an opinion? This is a good question.
It is a good one.
I'm here for
it. I almost feel like this, generation of governing body or whatever you want to call it, they're all pretty old. Some are not so much, but some are pretty old. And they have to realize, even if they're trying not to admit it, that it's crap. I mean, even they must know deep down. It's like the generations thing. That's grasping at straws. So where are you going to go from this? So I don't know that they're going to get a new set of governing body. They might just decide we're out, because if they basically said, oops, we made all this up, or we know that this is wrong, or did something that just shattered the beliefs of Jehovah's Witnesses, it was like it was a stretch too far. Like no one bought it. They had a new video come out and everyone's like, are you kidding?
Hiccup. Sorry.
Where was I going with this? Basically, what would it be, like an angry mob that wants to tear them apart? I don't, that's a lot of people's lives that would just be ruined because their belief system would just come crashing down. It would be the most violent of deconstruction in the history of mankind. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, it makes sense. I don't really know. You could be right. They could just kind of die off and the helpers are just helping themselves. Maybe the helpers will see themselves out of it. Maybe I don't know.
Maybe that'll be the generation that stops it.
Maybe
I don't think this current set's gonna do anything. There's not a Ray Franz in there somewhere.
No, none of those have any kind of conscience at this point. There's definitely not. They're enjoying whatever monies or fruits they're getting from this. Yeah. I used to be the account servant, and I thought the end was coming when the balance was 19.4. Aww. Jay. I love you, Jay. You think that they're slowly going to replace them little at a time? That's what I wonder. Is that what the helpers are there for? Are they just going to... I don't know. I wish it would just fall apart, but I'm interested to see.
It's tough because how long, or who is the oldest? Is it Gaius? Not Gaius. I just was thinking of Gaius Glockington. That's one of the helpers. No, the
70
Garrett
something.
Loesch. Sorry, Garrett Loesch.
Is he 78? 70 something. I know the oldest is like 70 something, I thought,
Okay.
right?
So, I mean, realistically, human lifespan, it's got to start happening soon. Within 10 years, you're going to lose a couple of them. There's no way around that, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And I'm thinking sooner. I mean, that could sound so wrong, but just looking.
Well, don't get me wrong. It's not a wishing. I hope they drop dead. It's nothing like that. It's just the reality of the lifespan of human beings.
They should know this.
Let's be real. They're not going to live to be 130.
Well, they said generations was 40, so they should know that they're lucky that they're at this.
They're in overtime.
Yeah, at this point, they're just knocking on. Well, I don't know where they're going. Shield's door.
Sure.
Sorry. Oh, shit. Franz died at 99. Did he for real? Oopsie. I meant to click that one. I didn't realize that. But when I look at Morris, he just looks bloated and not good. His voice is kind of shows out.
That is a lie, an apostate lie.
Yeah. Now some of them not that, but yeah, some of them just don't look so swell. Yeah, overlapping root beer float.
Sounds delicious.
I know. Honestly, I'm kind of wishing I had a root beer float right about now. If I had one, I'd be eating it.
Oh, I want to check and see something here.
So let's see. J Dub. The J Dubs. So how do y'all feel about them saying that kids should learn how to read and write so they can become unbaptized publishers at, let's say, I learned to read and write at 4. So what do you think about that? What do you think about a 5-year-old writing letters to people?
Seems a little shady.
How do you think the government should feel about that shit? Should that even be like, do you think kids should be, I guess maybe the kid would write it and then the parent would sign it or something? I don't know.
I guess if you just use a first name.
Yeah.
And the person addressed it. It just seems weird. Feels like child labor.
Now you have a kid's address. Like, of course you can get a kid's address. I don't know. I just find it weird and not safe to do. I don't like the idea of it at all. Free labor from kids. They have enough free labor from us. All the money and time we donated. Now,
I wonder if a letter from a small child like that would actually be used against them in a court case.
I mean, okay, there's no way that a child is consenting to that. You know, I mean, they have to do it, but.
Well, okay, let's say that they have a bright young child that's 4 years old that can crayon scribble and copy, whatever. And the message is one of maybe the destruction coming or something like that. Wouldn't a judge or a jury see that and say, like, what are you making this kid write? Does that make any sense?
No, it does make sense. I would say that if you are watching this live stream and you happen to ever receive in the mail a letter from a JW, what looks to be a child, can you please let me know? Because I would be interested in seeing what a JW child is being forced to write to strange adults about a God they do not really know.
And if they wrote that, and it's obviously something that they was put in front of them, they read it. That's one thing. But if it was written such a way that it seems like it's coming from the child itself, I think I'd be more scared of that because it's so young. They've been indoctrinated so fully at a young age.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm learning to read and write just to, I mean, I want to go over that at some point. I've been wanting to, we should do a like round table about it or something, because I just think it's deplorable. Free labor. It just bothers me, the free labor, because I just know that's like why they get so far, why they're able to have so much free time, so many connections and resources. I want their free labor. Make the kids work for me. I'm kidding. Oh Lord, who's watching?
I'm stopping to make a commercial. Hey, all you people on TikTok, come on to Ryan Cultastic's channel on YT so we can say hello. Join us, please.
Hi, woohoo! Come join us.
Okay, let's see if we can get some more participation here.
Get some more participation.
Join us.
Yeah, where's the X? Maybe we should tweet. Where's the XJW crowd?
I don't have a tweet.
You don't have
I don't have a tweet. You know, that tweet thing.
Jonathan, why don't you have a tweet, bro?
I don't know. I tried Twitter probably, I don't know, 10 years ago, and it was like this is boring. I don't get it. It just didn't do it for me. So that experience, I don't know.
I'm not even gonna lie. I still struggle sometimes figuring out how to like do things. So yeah, I get it. Hold on. I'm going to pull up my YouTube and see if I can. No. I'm going to find me. Okay, here I am live. Oh gosh.
This is some fascinating stuff
it's
here.
YouTube,
us looking at our phones.
YouTubeception. Sorry, y'all. Don't hate me.
Yeah.
Let me. Okay. Now I'm going to. How do I share? I don't know how. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. How do I? Oh, share clip. Oh, I have to write something. XJW, come join us. Da, 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 da. Share clip. Tweeter.
Mm-hmm. This is some quality stream here.
Right? Y'all are loving this. 7
Get to see behind the curtain.
Right? There we go. Jehovah's. Oop, not Jehovah. Jehovah's Witnesses. Tweet. There we go. I twittered. Oops. See what happened. Make sure I hit like, Ron.
I'm plopping this on the TikTok and the Instagram.
Do you have Insta?
I do. It's just TikTok.
I don't use Instagram.
Just a way to
know how to do Twitter now. It's just not my thing. Oh, we could watch a movie too if y'all wanted to, like a J-Dub thing, or talk about a J-Dub specific dogma, if you'd like.
Okay.
And why it's wrong. Those weird Christians.
That's all kidding. I can do. Yes, make sure you hit like too, Ryan. I think I've already liked you.
Oh, did I hit like? I might not have hit liked. I might not have hit liked. I don't know what I'm saying. Too high for this shit, y'all.
Okay, so either Dan D is telling you to hit like Ryan, or it's telling the audience they should all hit like Ryan.
Oh. Or maybe hit me.
But don't hit Ryan.
Okay, don't hit Ryan. Oh wait,
We do not endorse.
Yes, we don't.
Violence.
Never.
No.
We never advocate for hurting babies.
All you people on TikTok.
Oh, I found it.
There it is.
Channel on YT. So we can
And I
say
just
hello.
insulted them by calling them weirdos. So I'm sure they're going to love it. Because I'm the weirdest of the weirdos. So, okay. So Dan, you got some charity solicitation, but not from JW's, just from some other kind of charity. Oh, they use the Kingdom Hall as the, thank you, Jay. Actually, Jay probably knows a lot about some of this stuff, I would assume. Jay, would you mind if I asked you a couple questions about how, like, the recent, like, what it's been like? Have you gone to? I haven't talked to you in a little bit. And feel free to say no, thank you. And you don't want to answer. I apologize for putting you on the spot.
Now we go live to Ryan in the field.
Where am I? I'm out in the jungle.
That's right.
Doesn't look too jungly. I can't wait till that's like fully jungled up though.
What's that? Okay.
So what has it been like at the recent meetings, Jay? Has it been a lot of people? Has everybody been masking up? I'm assuming that everybody has to mask up. That's what I thought they said. Isn't that what they said? Do you know, Jonathan?
I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Because I thought they even said like N95s or something. If you were,
It might have been. Yep.
Really? Wow.
So
I wonder
at cheap
whose
dollar store ones.
cost. At whose cost would you think that would be?
Oh, 100%. That would be the congregants' cost.
Really? So probably any extra, well, I would hope any extra cleaning supplies, like to do like extra cleaning at the hall, would be at the hall's expense. Is it?
Nope.
Shut your front door. Are you for realsies? Okay, so Jay says what do you mean for the most part? Is it the usual, like where you see some people and they've got it on and it slides down and then they're like this and then it slides down? Is that what you're saying? Like you always got one of those who leave it down for too long or forget or something? Okay, it does not have to be an N95. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Jay. So is it more
Today's
difficult?
episode is sponsored by Pizza Hut.
Do you know how bad I want a mother effing Pizza Hut pizza? I can't because gluten intolerance. And I want a freaking pizza so bad.
I think Domino's will. I don't know why I'm talking about this now, but I think Domino's will do gluten-free pizza for you.
They do, but they're like, what?
It probably tastes like
Pardon.
cardboard.
They're okay. But I'm not a huge fan of their bases. Their bases aren't my favorite. So we rarely get them unless it's like we have to. We used to like it, but their base did change and it's not as good. Okay. So it's strong. It's not required, but strongly suggested. How are the attitudes? Can you tell? Are they fake? Are people allowed to hug? Are people hugging? I'm just wondering, like, is answering questions, is that all happening the same? Are they still passing mics?
Here's something. What's scary? Oh,
Well, they could look sacred too.
there you go. On jw.org, there's a what is it? The governing body update number 3.
Oh, is it?
I just
recent?
watched that, and they show a made up video of them going back to the meeting. So maybe that's something you want to show, just to see their
let's do it.
Their PR campaign of, hey, look at us, everything's great.
Yeah, let's do that. Hold on, I can share my screen. Let me go to jw.org. Because I'd love to see how they're pretending like everything. Oh, Lord, featured. I love how I love how they have featured the Pope up there. Give me just a second. How do I do?
Do you have two monitors? Okay, never mind.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, so just go to the library.
Okay, library. Oopsie.
Yeah. And videos, yeah. And I think it'll be one of the first ones that comes up.
Hopefully. There we go. Oh,
there
God.
There's Mr. Magoo.
Okay, now hopefully this sound will work. Can you hear it?
No.
You can't hear that?
No.
Okay, so I know there's...
Do you have Google Chrome?
Yes, I think there's something in there.
I think you have to use Google Chrome in order to hear the audio from it. I think.
No?
If you want to, I can pretend to be.
Yeah, hold on. Ah! Okay. Yeah, if you think you can do it.
I can try, and I'll share the screen with you. How's that?
Okay, yeah, you can share your screen, correct?
Okay, I need to.
Okay, so they still pass around mics. No hugging, Jay says. No hugging. But they still are passing around mics. Do they like wipe them off or anything? I guess they don't need to. I'm being just weird.
I would hope so. Yeah.
Well, have you seen some people that when they talk, they just spit a lot? So you'd think that maybe.
It's such a pleasure to see you again, Sister Flemley.
Thanks.
Let's see. Library.
I remember Wally going through this exact same thing, trying to figure out how to get his to work. The sound.
It should work. Let me do the share thing. Share screen. Boop-a-doop-boop. Todas insistence. Do this one here. Okay. There you go.
Oh, there we go. Add to stream. Oh.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
All right.
Oh, wait. No, I can't. Hold on. Do I need to do something? No, I can't hear it. Mute screen on it.
You don't hear it?
No.
Oh, I'm hearing it off of my computer, so that's why I can hear it.
What the French door? Can y'all hear? It's not me, is it? It could be me doing something dumb, but there's got to be something that I can do to fix this. There's this little thing that says mute screen audio, but I don't know what the heck that means. Oh, charts. Oh, are we in the wrong? Do I have to be in a certain...
I don't know.
Format? Oh, hi there.
Hey.
Mute. Why does it keep saying
Hear anything now?
No, keep playing and let me keep clicking shit for a second.
Okay.
Okay, that didn't do shit.
Well, actually, if we have it playing, I think it's just music and no real talking going on.
Yeah? Okay.
So, just imagine a soundtrack on it.
Oh, you think it was a volume problem because you could hear a little before? Who could you hear? Could you hear Jonathan's or could you hear mine? Da-da-da. I wish I could remember what Wally had to do to figure it out. Yeah, just leave it playing. That's fine.
Okay.
So this is I'm going to do the sound effects for it. Here's the stone people walking. Footsteps. Ear. Door opening. Shaking hands.
I'm playing the piano soundtrack.
Okay. Oh, I missed you, sister so-and-so. Touch me all over. Oh! I'm going to rub your head. Oh my God, it's so great to see you. Oh, love you. Touch me, touch me.
I don't think they actually got that excited.
Did you notice anybody getting that excited, Jay?
Boy,
Yeah,
they really had to hurry for that meeting.
This has to be like a setup, right? This is not real.
It's just, I don't know.
Oh God, now
I'm sure
they're
they
doing
they
hand
directed
signals?
them to do certain things.
I guess, yeah, they've got to be.
My stomach goes nuts.
These
But
kids
right
look
now,
so...
I'm
I
pretty
love
excited
learning about Jesus.
for Jehovah's people to get back to worship together at meetings. Talk about a spiritual paradise. That's what he said.
Oh, there you go.
I miss you, Sister Susie.
I have to poop. I can't say anything. See,
That's what it says.
Oh, sister, I love talking to you about the
and
Bible.
then I told my wife to make a sandwich. She hit me. She said, "You're being a misogynist."
Well, it looks to me as if the congregations that sign have more fun during the songs. Am I wrong?
Yeah, like they don't need the masks.
Yeah.
Although a lot of sign language is expressive too, so they
True.
don't just when you see someone doing sign language for like closed captioning, like they're really animated because if you do this and don't, it's like you'd be talking monotone.
Right. I love watching at like music festivals and the person who's doing the signing and they're getting into it. Oh my, it gives me chills. Gives me chills when they're like rapping the song or whatever. Like, oh my God, that's so cool.
Okay, there you go.
That seems, yeah, that's not real. That is absolutely not real because I don't think people aren't that excited, were they, Jay? Come on, Jay, tell us the truth.
And he fell upon his brow and he wept manly tears of brotherhood.
I wouldn't be surprised if some were that excited. If I were,
Some might have been.
because if I were thinking of myself as a 13-year-old girl and my best friends who I used to have at the Kingdom Hall, oh my God.
Yeah.
I would have been elated. I mean, different times, obviously, but
And I think adults are a better emotionally equipped to deal with solitude than kids are.
yeah.
You know, when you can't see your friend on the weekend, whereas an adult, you might just be busy and working all the time. And yeah, I haven't seen you in a year and a half. How's it going?
Right.
You know, and you have a beer.
Yeah. Time's like,
Different,
oh shit.
different set of time standards.
Yeah, for children, it is way different. Yeah, okay. So Jay's saying, no, not at all. So I wonder how long before we'll get some. I don't know. Do you think we'll have like another mass, either leaving or
Exodus.
going? Yeah. What do you think?
I think that there's a large percentage of PMOs now, much larger than there was before. That 2 years of being kind of basically left on your own to think and to do research with nobody looking over your shoulder.
It's really grown, probably.
Without that love bombing you get and the hello, Sister Smith, and hello.
And the constant checking up.
Yeah.
I'm sure people check up, but it's different, like face to face versus people not having to see you because, you know, when you're not there at the meetings and they're like, oh, why weren't you at the meetings last Thursday? It's a lot harder to kind of avoid those questions. But when you're just behind a computer, you can kind of like, oh, logging off. Didn't see that.
And seeing somebody in person, you can get a better sense of how they're doing. You can see it in a screen.
Body language.
In a Zoom meeting, they're going to be this tiny little block, you know, with a teeny face, and they might have the lights down low, so you know they're there, but they're not. You're not really seeing into their eyes and knowing that something's off with them. You know,
right? Now get off of my, sorry, y'all. I have this thing on my screen that says mute screen audio and it won't go away. Hold on. Exit full screen. Now it's gone. For whatever reason, that was stuck there. Okay.
Maybe that's why you can hear it then.
I don't know what maybe that's what it was. It was like a glitch in the matrix. Went to the memorial. It was just like how I used to remember. Oh wait, did you go because you're Pimo or meetings were except I was one of the few who didn't have a mask on. Okay. So there were some people there at the memorial who didn't have a mask on. Was it full? I wonder. I mean, if more kingdom halls are disappearing, then those who are left are getting corralled into different kingdom halls, right? So I would assume they're more full. And then plus you have extra, family members who come along for the memorial talk. If y'all are in the audience and you know what the memorial is, that's when the Jehovah's Witness celebrate Jesus' death.
Last Supper.
His Last Supper. Yeah, they partake of his body, the sacrament of his blood and of his flesh. With a nice Chianti and fava beans. Hello, Grace. Okay, Jay, thank you for stopping. Have a good night.
Bye.
Bye, Jay. Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say, if anyone who's listening, I know our audience isn't huge at the moment, but if anybody is able to maybe contribute a wee coin in the pot towards Ukraine.
A wee coin in the old bucket.
Yeah.
For those who are there's so many people. Oh, my heart breaks. Yeah. My heart breaks for what's going on over there, man. And we used to think that Jesus was going to fix it. And that's what makes me so sad. Is just there's so many people who probably think that too. Jesus fix it. He's going to take the wheel. Well, he better get here soon. He needs to get here soon. He needs to get here soon and take that damn wheel. If he's coming. He's a little late.
I've had 2 monsters and I'm falling asleep. Take the wheel, Jesus.
Yeah. Please. Please. I'm telling you, this shit is good. What else about the J?
First we hydrate and then we educate.
Yes, we hydrate while we educate.
That was a free plug for that guy that I have on my FYP every once in a while.
Oh, God. Is that like one of those water bottles or something?
No, he's a TikToker that does like facts and British guy.
Yeah.
I don't remember off the top of my head what channel he is.
You know what I did want to do is a reminder for people that if you want to learn about the Canaanite gods is academia.edu, archive.org, jstore.org. You can get so much information from those places. All you need to do is search the god's name or search Canaanite or whatever pantheon. Just search it. You'll find so much stuff. Very cool. Oh, what'd I do? Nope. Okay. My screen, I don't know what I did, but my screen jostled for a second. It's very scary. I don't like it when I touch things I shouldn't touch. I really wish I could figure out how to do the sound thing.
You can share it again if you like. I still have it up, so we can just play until it makes a noise.
Oopsie. Okay. I just got to, there we go. And you don't have any kind of volume button on your screen there, right?
Mine is all the way up.
It's all the way up?
Yes.
Okay, so that's not... What got me interested in ancient gods? I wanted to know the truth about the gods in the Bible. I think it's kind of rude that you move into people's territory and then tell them how they should be worshiping. You know what I mean? Tell them how they should live their life. So I just wanted to get a better read on them. Get to know their personalities a little bit, if you will. Because they're just as cool as the other. Hello, Wally.
Hey! Wait.
Oh.
Okay, can you put us on the split screen again?
Oh,
Please?
yeah. Hey, Wally.
Okay. Wally, I was holding down the fort while you were busy. I thought that Azizu could use some company. So,
Look,
good
we
boy.
got ZZ
Oh, no.
for you.
Good boy.
Ow! Just kidding. How you doing, Wally? You okay? I didn't know that was you. How come it's not your face? Do you have two different channels? I'm confused. That's Wally?
You know, I had to scrub videos until I could find you not in the frame, man. That's work.
Oh, is that what you had to do? That's so
Yeah.
freaking... I love it. He's
Otherwise, I'd be
probably-
sitting on Wally's lap and it would just be a really weird vibe.
No, I think that's a perfect vibe. What are you talking about?
Zizi's jealous.
Hey, Biddy. How
Hey,
you
Biddy.
doing? What's up, Biddy? How you doing? We're just yapping right now, Biddy.
So
Yeah,
sorry,
I like
Wally.
that.
I'm in your seat. I apologize.
It's okay. It's okay. The kitty cat likes it.
What's that, Wally? You're on the toilet? Okay.
Wally. Oh,
Toilet
Wally,
humor.
you're
Boom, boom.
deep.
Shh.
I like it, Wally.
We all Wally.
A pig reference. I like it.
Yes. That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Oh, you're learning about the sixth dimension and ascension. Tell me where. That sounds really cool.
Where is the sixth dimension? Inside your belly button. I don't know.
Inside your hoo-ha.
I don't have that dimension.
You don't have that dimension. Oh, yikes. Yikes on
That
body.
sounds like an normal Wally stream.
Hey, Wally.
That's when you forget
Wally.
to turn the mic off when you go to the bathroom. That's the Wally stream.
Oh, has Wally done that?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to go listen. No. Ew, that's gross. I'm kidding. Ew. Erase.
She's got a
Erase.
special kind of kink.
I'm sorry. That was a joke. Hey, but Wally, do you know how we're able to get video, to play video through our browser? I remember when you were on your live stream trying to figure out how to do it and you figured it out, but I don't know if you remember what you did.
I'm dumb. I'm
What?
trying to click it, but I'm looking at my mouser. What is that? My arrow for my mouse to click on it, but it's the picture, not the actual video. See, here's in the
Good job.
video. Here's me trying to click on it, and it's not
Good
doing
job.
anything.
Good job.
Woo! You hear anything now?
No.
Oh.
It's this video we're trying to play, but we don't know how to do it from our browser. All right, let me try to share. I'm going to
Maybe if you share it, since it's localized in your computer.
Oh, hold on. Edit name, kick from studio, ban from studio. Well, I do not want to do that. It's either remove or add. That's all it gives me. Add. Full screen layout. No. I have no idea. Why don't they make this, like, shouldn't there be something that says, like, hey, doofus, get your shit together?
Yeah.
All right, let me try one more time to share my screen. Chrome tab.
Oh.
Share tab. It says shared tab audio. Shared. I'm going to click again. Share tab audio.
Okay, I'll give Wally his house back.
Were you excited when you heard that we would resume
I hear it.
in-person meetings
Oh, you do?
worldwide
Yes.
on April 1st? The governing body really felt Jehovah's direction when making that decision,
Oh, let me
and we were
scroll.
excited to share it. Less than 2 hours after our meeting, the breaking news was posted. Likely, you can identify with the feelings of our brothers and sisters in the following video.
I wasn't actually paying attention to what he's saying. Oh, here
I
we
didn't
go.
pay
Okay, so
attention
it's this
to
one
what
again.
either.
Who has to watch it with audio this time?
Right. The bullshit.
Bing, bow, and bop. April Fools.
Haha, losers.
Can you imagine what look they would give you in North America if you pulled up on like a mini bike and like a
Oh, Lord.
wheelbarrow behind it and your kids in it?
They judge.
Think they judge?
They would judge.
This feels like a one bun crash right there. And what's with the signs?
Now going back to the Kingdom Hall.
Hold on.
It's
Should I
wonderful
pause it
seeing the
and see what
brothers
they
and
say?
sisters.
If you want to, yeah, sure.
Let me see what they say. If I can. Is it names? Hold on.
Hey, they were paying attention to Wally. I think it said boom, bam, bop.
Sanitos?
Zunio, what? Zuniotos.
Oh, okay. Reunited.
Unidos?
Okay. And it must be in Spanish, I guess. The Spanish. Why is he touching his head though like that?
Oh, I think that's
Something?
supposed to be a laptop a Zoom meeting illustration.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
Dia feliz. Oh, happy day.
And I can't even imagine joining up. I didn't know how to do a donate button. I mean, I have the link. We can just keep placing it in the chat, I guess. She
Yeah,
can, I can't.
Yeah, sorry, y'all. We're not very whatchamahoozy what's it? Oh shoot, where was the link? Oh, here it is. I found it again. I should probably just paste it in the back chat.
Hey, how's it going?
For easy access. For easy access. Just how I like it.
I don't think it's clickable this time either.
No?
What's going on? It was
It doesn't-
earlier.
Was it? Am I doing something different? I don't know. I tell you what, these people are so unprofessional. It's really
Okay, so all you awesome people who can right click and place that into your into your search bar, please do.
because I don't know what I'm doing.
Why is like, I'm just sitting here watching the incompetent.
Yeah, he's like, you fucking losers. I'm glad I'm not on there. Fucking losers. Okay, should we continue with this fake ass
Sure, go for it.
dia feliz?
Happy
Now
day.
going back to the Kingdom Hall. It's wonderful seeing the brothers and sisters, hugging them. It's emotional. Clearly, Jehovah knows what we need.
Oh, Jehovah, does he?
I felt a warm feeling after going to the hall and getting hugged like that. And then I developed a severe cough and I ended up in the hospital.
Jonathan, what are they doing?
That's sign language too.
Oh, okay, so that's silent. Okay.
They're singing the song. I don't know what it would be. Binoculars of my heart. I don't know.
See into my soul.
I feel very excited. I'm happy to be here, hearing everybody's comments.
Well, my stomach was in knots this morning, but right now I'm really excited and happy that we're all here.
For Jehovah's people to get
The other
back
kid didn't look happy.
to
It's like, I don't want to be here.
together at meetings, talk about a spiritual paradise.
Ugh.
Whack.
Eat the mic.
Wally, do you know how to do any computer programming? Because you should make a first-person shooter that you're actually, well, it's not a shooter, but an FPS to where your weapon is the mic. Boom.
And hit them.
Because that's what it looked
so
like.
funny.
Like,
That would be
whack.
so funny. Not a good answer.
Yeah. Gong show. It's
Now
just
the kid-
interesting that they use the sign language congregations for this.
I know, probably because they're more expressive, like you said.
Yeah.
They generally are.
You see these crowds, and then you get an update later where a governing body member is just concerned about the people in congregations and doesn't give any care about the people of the world. And
We unfortunately lost 200 of our brothers.
Right.
Seeing one another face
Because
to
we all got
face,
close together
or
again.
more accurately, mask to mask, after
Mask
so
to
long,
mask.
was
I'm so
wonderful.
funny.
Singing together, praying together,
Dude can't even
meeting
button
new
his
ones in
jacket.
person. All of this is so refreshing.
Is it refreshing?
One 7-year-old
Nah.
girl said,
What does
I have
7-year-old
never
say?
been more patient in my life than waiting to go back to the Kingdom Hall for 2 years. Our return to the Kingdom Hall has been possible because, in many ways,
Nice
we're
sign
in
language
another
there, Shaq.
phase of the pandemic. Now that there is a high rate of vaccination and new treatments are becoming available, many governments have relaxed restrictions.
Oh.
In various parts of the world, life is somewhat returning to normal.
Ugh.
What does it mean?
I think
We're
I
all learning
initially
to live
did on my
with
phone, so I think
COVID-19
there must be a
while
way.
still taking reasonable precautions. In time, we look forward to being able to resume additional theocratic activities.
Ugh.
Now, for the rest of
Additional.
our
What's
update,
the additional ones
we're
you want
going
to
to
do?
talk about the situation in
I
Ukraine
disregard his
and
tell.
Russia.
Look at his hand. He gets
How are
nervous
our
and he does
brothers and
this like
sisters in those
thumb and
countries doing?
forefinger thingy.
Oh
How
yeah.
can we cope with
now you
any
know what to do when he's
anxiety
playing
we may
poker.
feel about the situation?
I won't do it.
Smart.
I'm sure we've all appreciated the timely updates on jw.org.
He's
Our
nipple
brothers
twisting.
and sisters in Eastern Europe have had a wonderful share in the ministry despite war and the pandemic. We are deeply touched by their godly devotion. The branch office in Ukraine is functioning and actively assisting tens of thousands of refugees.
I'm sorry, miss.
The branch reports that as of Monday, April 18, over 42,000 of our brothers and sisters in Ukraine
It's always our
have been
brothers
displaced.
and nobody
Close
else.
to 19,000 have chosen to flee to other countries.
So is he really bragging about the 40-something thousand? Like, I feel like they use these numbers.
Well, the bigger the crisis, the bigger the persecution, the bigger the, the faith of the brothers who are able to endure this. Blah,
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. So, it's newsworthy, but it's still such a tiny fraction of the planet, and of the, what is it? Millions now have fled the Ukraine.
Right.
So, it's terrible that it happened to those 19,000 people, but there's a wider thing than just this organization.
Yeah. It's so superficial. It's just about their numbers so they can be a victim. Oh, because this amount of people are being harmed, they're Jehovah's Witness. It's really we're all victims. Ugh, they make me want to gag. Oopsie, wrong. Click the wrong one.
We are deeply saddened to report that 32 brothers and sisters have died. How should we view this situation?
32 brothers.
Recall
and
Jesus'
sisters have
words
died.
when he described
And,
the sign of his presence.
we don't care amount
as
of
recorded
Ukrainians.
at Matthew 24:6.
Right?
And Russians.
Yeah.
He said,
Nope.
You are going to hear of wars and reports of wars.
Through all of time.
Some
Right.
Bible scholars say
Since the
that this
beginning.
means wars that are nearby and wars that are in distant places.
Oh, thanks for
One
explaining.
translation says, You are going to hear the noise of battles close by and the news of battles far away.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's true today. Some of us are hearing
Right?
the sounds of
Don't you feel as if like you're being talked to as if you are a child?
Yeah. I fully expect to blow out a hand puppet. So, Mr. Publisher,
How long?
let me tell you a new word today. It's
Lord.
brotherhood. I know it's a lot of letters, but it's it's what you have in your congregations. A brotherhood.
Which means you listen.
Thanks for telling us. We appreciate it. Would you like some money?
Yeah. Thank you for that enlightening spiritual food that did nothing, absolutely
the war
nothing for
nearby.
me.
Others are
Ugh.
hearing of wars in distant lands. These news reports often involve graphic pictures of bloodshed. At times,
Wait.
it seems-
Wait. Did Homeboy just say graphic pictures of bloodshed? And meanwhile, I can pull up my book of horror stories and show bloodshed to kids. I'm sorry. I just find that hilarious. Okay.
Seems like we're right there in the middle of the battle. Additionally, we see and hear reports of how our brothers are affected. How do you feel? Overwhelmed? Shocked? Angry? Traumatized? We feel the pain of our brothers and sisters. At times, we may even ask, why does Jehovah allow this? It's only natural to feel that way. But we need to be careful. What did Jesus say? The rest of Matthew 24:6 says, see that you are not alarmed, for these things must take place, but the end is not yet. Do not be alarmed. Or as another translation says, take care not to be scared out of your wits. And another says, be sure that you don't get upset. What will help us not to be alarmed?
Is it bad? I'm
Here
laughing.
are 4 points. The first one.
Oh, good. We're going to get 4 points.
Remember why Jehovah permits our brothers to be affected by war.
Don't be alarmed, just afraid.
Job's example. At Job 1 verse 10, Satan complained to Jehovah, have you not put up a protective hedge around him and his house and everything he has?
It wasn't a complaint.
Satan claimed
And
that
Jehovah
Job,
said to him,
and by
have at her.
extension all humans, serve Jehovah only for selfish reasons. Jehovah allowed Job to lose everything. And yet Job kept his integrity and proved Satan.
Thank you. Can we just highlight the fact that this man just admitted that the reason that Satan was doing his job was because that's what God wanted him to do. That was his job. Allowed, wanted him to do, wanted him to test Job. Was Job good enough? Because everything he had was because of Jehovah. And at that point, Jehovah was like, oh, you're right. You could be right. Anyhow, like, come on, bro. You just admitted it.
Sorry. Liar. The same is true today. Some of our dear brothers and sisters have lost everything. Their homes, their possessions, their jobs, and even their loved ones, as they have fled the conflict. But as our brothers and sisters remain loyal to Jehovah despite war and other hardships, they give a loud reply to Satan's taunts about Jehovah's sovereignty. Second, we need to be realistic.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did I get the first point? Was the first one, don't be alarmed. And here's the reasons Jehovah needs this to happen? I'm sorry. Did I miss it? Is that what the first point was? It was don't be alarmed.
I don't remember now.
I feel like it was don't be alarmed. Jehovah needs this to happen. I'm sorry if I missed it, y'all. Okay. Well, I'm going to pay closer attention to point 2.
And our expectations.
Recall
that in the first century, Stephen and James were executed. Jesus' disciples fled Jerusalem and lost their possessions. These types of things have already happened since 1914. Some of us have been born in a generation where we have not witnessed firsthand the effects of war. And yet many of our brothers and sisters have had to live through wars and civil unrest of all sorts. And some in various places are experiencing it now. But how encouraging to consider that so many have faithfully and successfully endured such challenging times. Of course, the fact that we see these events occurring is evidence that Jehovah will soon intervene and put an end to all these wicked things we see in the world today. As one brother said, the disciples weren't asking, because they wanted to know when these things would get really bad. They wanted to know, when was the solution? When was the fix going to come? Third, we remember that this is an opportunity to show our trust in Jehovah. This reminds me of an experience of a couple in Japan who had lost everything in a flood.
But I won't say the
They
names
said,
because I made this up.
"We thought that we trusted in Jehovah before, but now we really know what it means." And as one missionary commented, "It's not until your back is against the wall that you see Jehovah's hand."
What the
So we keep in mind the words recorded at Isaiah
He's
30
convinced
and
me.
verse 15.
I'm going
Right?
back. See you
Your
later,
strength
apostate
will be in
suckers.
keeping-
All the suffering is important, y'all. We have to suffer. And we're not suffering as bad as some people are suffering. So it's okay. So your suffering's not that bad. So get over it. Go to the kingdom hall and go out in service like you're supposed to. Is that what he's gonna end up saying?
Maybe.
We should be thankful that we're not suffering like our other brothers in Ukraine. Not that I'm saying that, I'm just saying
being calm
sorry.
and showing trust. Yes, we remain calm and show our trust in Jehovah. We have absolute confidence that he knows our brothers' needs and will care for them. As our 2022 year text, Psalm 34:10 reminds us, those seeking Jehovah will lack nothing good. Perhaps we could illustrate this with a caregiving situation.
Oh, God.
When we are caring for a loved one who is suffering, it can be harder than if we were the one suffering. Why is that? Because when we're the ones suffering a problem and we rely on Jehovah, we experience the peace that only he can provide. But for the caregiver observing it, it can be much harder. The caregiver's imagination can run wild with all the problems and worries and what ifs. Do we see the point? When it comes to our brothers and
Did you see the? Wait, okay, I'll let it play because I don't know where
sisters who are affected by the war in Eastern Europe, we are much like a caregiver. We're concerned about them, but that's different than actually.
No.
Oh, get out of here with that.
I have to leave. I'm leaving.
Oh my goodness.
Did he?
It's so hard for us to watch them suffer. It's harder for us to watch them suffer than their actual death and suffering. Oh, poor us. What a turd.
I want to punch through his. Okay, I can't say this on.
Did I read that right?
What did you read? What right? What he said?
He's saying basically that we're the caregivers as the people not in the Ukraine, and we're watching them suffer. Therefore, it's harder on us.
It's harder for us.
Okay, it's hard in a different way, but you can't say it's harder for the observer.
No.
More than it is for the person who got shot with the AK-47.
Right. It's not harder. It's hard for the disabled person who, it's not harder. Oh my gosh. I don't get what he's trying to say. This is mind.
And the thing is these things are supposed to, we don't know what he's going to say in the next sentence or so, but this is what it's sounding like. And this is supposed to be encouraging to people. Right?
Yeah.
Is that not the idea for these things? We encourage you and da-da-da.
Yeah, so let's see how
That's
this
just
is.
such a ridiculous thing to say.
Yeah, so how does I don't even know how this
being
plays
in
out.
the situation, Jehovah gives his Holy Spirit according to the actual need. So we're sure that Jehovah is providing just what our brothers and sisters in Eastern Europe need at this time.
Can you pause it for a second?
Yes.
When we remember.
So I need that $10 that I found in my couch so that I could get just enough gasoline to make it to the service group. And Jehovah blessed me with the $10 I found in my couch cushion along with the stick of gum that I needed because my breath stank. But Jehovah provided that because it was so important that I make it in field service. But never mind to the little kid who's in a bunker somewhere,
War.
missing a leg,
Right.
and suffering terribly because of what's going on.
Oh my goodness. Is this going to turn into money? At some
It
point,
might.
do you think? Okay, I guess we should.
They already mentioned. I think you already mentioned that they're sending aid to these 19,000 or whatever. So I'm sure it's going to turn into money.
Oh, I'd love
by
to know
default,
what
it's
the
always
aid-
for money, right?
I would love to know what the aid is actually going to be. Okay, well, let's see.
Remember this. It can help us to cope with our anxiety.
Medicine
What's
helps.
the fourth point that can help us?
Therapy
Let's take my
helps.
pill.
We must remain neutral. We realize that many news reports may be propaganda that's designed and slandered to motivate listeners to take sides. How do we
What?
respond when we hear such reports?
So you
We
can't even.
safeguard our hearts and minds, realizing that
What, Ukraine versus Russia?
So you can't even say that war is bad. Is this what he's saying? You can't even have a comment that oh, this is terrible because it's not being neutral. Is that what he's?
Because that would be political, right? We can't be political.
This dude.
that all human governments will soon be replaced by
Governments.
God's kingdom.
Don't
we know
worry.
that no human
God will
efforts can
take care
bring
of it.
true peace and security to the
Don't
earth.
you worry.
Only God's kingdom can and will do so. Therefore, our hearts and minds are devoted to that kingdom. We've
A man was
discussed
quoted
four
somewhere
things
as
that can help
saying,
us not to be
one
terrified.
Here's a
Watch
little
tower.
song I
in Europe.
wrote. I'd like to sing it note
We
by
remember
note. Don't
why
worry,
Don't
be
worry.
happy.
Be happy. Don't worry. Be happy. Oh, okay. Here we go. Is he going to go over the points?
Does
Here we
these
go.
things. We keep realistic expectations. We show our trust in Jehovah, and we remain neutral.
Wait, what was the reason Jehovah permits war? Because he said that's what has to happen until the time ends.
Yeah.
Is that when he was quoting Matthew and it was saying you're going to hear of wars in places nearby? And in distant wars.
Near and far.
To quote Grover.
Near and far. I don't know. Is that what? Okay, so that's why he permits war.
And remain neutral.
The realistic what does he mean by realistic expectations? I don't even remember what he was saying about realistic expectations.
Well, he kind of drones on, so it's a little hard to latch onto.
Yeah. Okay, well he's going to go through it.
What has helped some of our brothers and sisters to deal successfully with hearing of wars and reports of wars? Let's watch the following video.
While reading the news about the horrific effects of the bombings, I felt cut to the heart. Feelings of powerlessness and helplessness overwhelmed me.
Because that's a normal human thing.
You feel overwhelmed by all the news reports on the war.
Same.
You pretty much get pulled into everything that's happening. That definitely
But we
affects
must
you
remain
your
neutral
thinking.
and
your
rely on
neutrality
Jehovah.
can really be put to the test.
Don't fight for our
My family lives in Ukraine,
friends and
so
family.
from the beginning of the war, I was worried about their safety. To keep up to date with what was happening with them, I tried to call them every day. What I learned
Would
from
you like to
them
tell us your
affected
feelings
me
on
a
it,
lot,
Mr. Bean?
and it didn't allow me to think calmly about the situation.
No, you did not.
I was moved by the stories of our brothers who had to flee their homes with
I
their
need to
children
see his eyes
in
get
order
really
to save
big.
their lives.
I have found that reading the Bible often works well for me. I read it in the morning, during the day, and before going to bed.
Yeah, it's really
It
helpful.
removes negative images and emotions from my mind, and
Yeah.
more importantly, it often allows me, so to speak, to hear God's voice and regain my emotional balance.
It doesn't put any negative
I tried
thoughts
to
in my head
reflect
at all.
on how Jehovah had protected his servants in the past. I also imagined the times described in Psalm 46, verse 9, which says that Jehovah is bringing an end to wars throughout the earth. This verse reinforces my belief that soon Jehovah will destroy all weapons and there will be peace in all the earth.
I tried to pray about specific individuals.
I've
It
always
helped me
wondered,
to
do
be
they
more
script
effective
these?
in giving practical help.
Do they what?
Do they script these?
I That sounds.
Do they give them a script and say put your flavor on it? Because I swear, it just, I don't. Maybe it's just the indoctrination is strong with the group that they use for these things, but they all sound like you could just insert new people and new names, and it would work with anybody because it's all just sort of feels fake.
I think it is. Honestly, I think Shaq's giving the old eye roll. Agreeing. I think that's an agreement. Yeah, this is for me. I feel like they're reading off a. I mean, maybe they write something and then they get told how they should say it or something. But
I've made a real effort to follow less news on the war. What has really helped is following the news releases on our website, jw.org, about brothers and sisters from different countries, not just Ukraine and Russia. Their example of neutrality and loyalty has also helped me to keep my focus.
Wait. Their example of loyalty. So their example of brainwashing, sticking to whatever the governing body says, even if that means putting your life on the line, even if that means not saving your family's life, if it meant you had to fight for your home or for your land, they put people in the most dangerous positions, just out in the open.
A lot of things convince me that the only solution is God's kingdom. First of all, the stark contrast between Jehovah's people and the people who do not believe in him.
There's no prejudice, no injustice. We're
What's the
motivated by love for each
contrast?
other. And it's beautiful to see that.
Well, why am I not a good person? Excuse me, what's the huge contrast? I'm not telling people to die for their beliefs. That's a freaking weird ass cult leader group telling you that you should be doing that stuff.
In every country. We don't get carried away with our own different backgrounds. It's beautiful to.
Yeah, because everybody is the same. You're not allowed to have a background. You're not allowed to celebrate your cultural, traditional religion or any kind of practices. Like if you were, like, say you were Jewish and you decided to be a Jehovah's Witness, you still couldn't practice any of you'd have to let that all go. Like Passover, whatever. Nope.
See that it's possible even now.
I'm sure that Jehovah, by means of his kingdom, wants and is able to undo all the harm that results from human rule.
I'm convinced that only God's kingdom
Mr.
can provide a
Bean.
lasting solution to all problems. I fully believe in what Jehovah says, because it's always true.
Soon when God's kingdom rules over the whole earth, then we'll really enjoy peace.
Yeah, but that might not ever come.
Did you notice how they cope with the trauma of news reports? They focus on God's kingdom as the solution. They limit the amount of news they consume, meditate on how Jehovah has helped his servants in the past, pray frequently, and focus on the time when there will be no more war, but instead lasting peace.
So do nothing to fix the life that you have. Be miserable, be sad, stay miserable. I'm sorry, it wasn't my fault. That was Jonathan's fault. But they want you to stay in a place of danger, if that's what it means to be loyal to them. Welcome back. Oh, he doesn't have his thing on. Hey, welcome back.
Hey, you are welcome, Dan.
Yeah, I know, right? Mr. Bean. You just missed what's his face talking about the loyalty that these people have, that was encouraging the loyalty that other people have. and remaining neutral. So this is where they're getting their encouragement, is just seeing other people, how brainwashed they are. So they do nothing to change the life they're living in because they have to remain neutral. Their only hope is for a future. And we know now, since the governing body admitted it, that Armageddon could be way after their death. So that could be 100,000 years from now. So people should just continue to suffer and do nothing to change the goal of life and just wait to die, basically.
And that's why I originally wanted to do this. I didn't realize you could do this sort of thing until I saw on Alt Worldly's channel that he did a UK fund drive. So I was like,
did he?
I should do that too. I just
I should.
And I wanted to combine audiences a little bit because my subscribership is still pretty small, and the more people that can get a chance to see these, the better. So
right, absolutely, and every little bit helps. Yeah. Just not staying neutral helps. That's part of the issue with this world, is people are beat into submission and they just allow men to abuse them and take their power, in my opinion. Okay, so what's this guy got to close
No
up
doubt
with?
these same things will help us too. Jehovah understands that we need not only physical support, but also emotional support. For example, think about the latest Awake magazine entitled A World in Turmoil, How You Can Cope. It highlights how you can protect your health, livelihood, relationships, and your hope. And for each of these topics, it includes helpful tips. That is food at the proper time. In the midst of all this turmoil in Eastern Europe, it has been so encouraging to hear of the generosity of our brothers and sisters in nearby lands.
Mm-hmm.
Tens of thousands have offered accommodations to those who are displaced.
Mm-hmm.
Many are helping with relief efforts, whether it is assisting those who arrive at border crossings, at relief centers, or providing food and other basic items. Because of their proximity to Ukraine, our brothers in Hungary, Moldova, Poland, Romania, Slovakia, and other lands have been very busy in coordinating relief efforts in their branch territories.
Just looks like another weekend at Crazy Bins.
Many are working.
So, okay, but is that money from donation? Like, where's all that from? I mean, the hours are obviously volunteer.
Yeah.
But is that all their donations? They donate the money to get the product and then have to put everything together? I think so.
Working hard to help our refugee brothers and sisters to get settled and back on their feet. We continue to keep all you dear brothers and sisters in our prayers. As we've discussed, we do not need to be alarmed by wars and reports of wars. Rather, we have full confidence that Jehovah will continue to care for his precious sheep. From the world headquarters of Jehovah's Witnesses, this is JW Broadcasting.
Oh, his face. His face. I can't. I don't like it. Oh, wait, is this better? I don't know which is better.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, you're hungry and homeless. Here, have a magazine. You might be able to live forever, but in order to live forever, I'm going to need you to go knock on people's door.
Spiritual food is pulpy. It doesn't do anything nutritionally for me.
It's chunky. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like their tactics. They're trying to make like they're doing something and they're not doing anything. It's people volunteering their time. It's just good people but they're only being good to their own. So I don't know how good that is, but.
So Ryan, can I steal your party and go over to my place?
Oh shit. Yes, absolutely. I didn't even realize the time. Yes, absolutely. Okay. So what do we do? Just hop off of here and.
Yeah. And just please go on to the other live from the Ex-Witness Awake channel.
Yes.
there you go.
Okay. All right, y'all. We are going to head over to Jonathan's channel.
And I'll send you a link too. And there's a couple of people that might be coming on.
Okay.
As just sort of like drop-in guests. I gave a couple
that's
links
a good
out.
idea. That's a good
If anybody
idea.
else is interested in, saying hey and relating a story or whatever you want to do, I'm going to probably look at a video or two on the website. And also I might be doing some singing.
Ooh, I like your voice. I want to hear you do some singing.
Oh, thanks.
Uh-huh. All right, y'all.
So
Ex-Witness Awake, you know how to find him on YouTube, I'm sure. You know where I am. And let's hop on over to his channel. I'm going to go over there. See you soon. Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Thanks for joining. Bye. How do I get out of here?